Hi, I'm Mike Volkan here, and thanks for taking the time to learn about the business success formula. So over the next few days, I'm going to show you some keys to scaling your business while at the same time minimizing that plateau hamster wheel so many companies ride on. Companies will scale and then they're going to plateau and then the issues arise, right? So you might have hired some people, took on some extra expenses, reduced your profit margin as a result of the scaling, and then it stops. It's a very common problem, and what I just described was reactionary scaling. Companies react to growth the wrong way. I'm going to show you how to proactively scale, how to set up your departments and employees for success, and the best part is it's going to be an interactive exercise. Together we're going to come up with a series of numbers that will allow you to know your strengths and diagnose your weaknesses. Now, these numbers will be your measure of success moving forward. Okay, so before we dive in, let me tell you why the business success formula was developed. I've been a fractional CMO for many years and leading marketing teams for hundreds of companies. I've built and sold 5 of my own companies as well. And the great aspect of marketing leadership is that I often have my hands in many other departments. And on any given day, I could be meeting with a sales team or reviewing numbers with a finance department or doing a project with the customer service team. And having this exposure has given me a unique look into the departments of hundreds of different businesses across 20 countries in 36 different industries. And what I found is that companies can be placed in 3 main categories. Now, the first one is the poor category. Now, these companies are just terrible through and through. The leadership is bad, the execution is poor, the product or service doesn't have a good market fit. And I actually learned a lot from working with these companies. And I learned how dysfunction can occur and fester in a workplace. And every other aspect of a business is affected by this. And the second company is the good category. Now, these are companies that are run with average to good leadership. They have good but not great product market fit, and they're profitable. But there are a number of foundational issues that are holding them back from scaling to the next level. Now, these companies account for 85% of all the businesses that I've evaluated. And the third category is the fantastic category. Now, about 5% of the companies that I've worked with are in this category. These companies have patterns. They have patterns of great leadership, great behavior, great execution. The third category is why the business success formula was developed. Now, I deeply analyzed what they were doing right, what the companies in the poor category were doing wrong. And I spent months reviewing every aspect of these companies I could. And I found hundreds of stark differences between the poor and the fantastic companies. But I didn't stop with just an analysis. I then categorized, organized, and prioritized these differences and created a series of rankable questions that the leadership team can answer. But again, I didn't stop there. Now, since every one of these questions has an impact that affects the company's scalability, I was then able to create an accurate formula, which in the end gives the company a score. Now, this score not only allows a company to measure their ability to scale, but benchmarks where they are so they can revisit the questions in the future. So they can see the improvement or lack of improvement. So you can come back to your score 3 months later, 6 months later, 12 months later, and see where you have improved or not improved. And doing this will constantly put you on a scalable path because you have an actionable growth plan that you can use to proactively scale. That's the key word. So let's get to it. Here's the formula. T times 1.5 plus B plus B plus I. That equals business success. That translates to talent times 1.5 plus performance plus brand plus innovation. Now, what we're going to do tomorrow is go through some of this formula together. Now, this exercise works best for companies with more than 10 employees. The full business success formula is over 140 questions and takes a full day to go through with your team. Now, we can go through all the questions in person, but in this video series, I'm going to break this up into a few small clips to give you a sample for how it works. And in the end, I hope you see value in hiring me to meet with your staff, either virtually or in person, to go through the business success formula together. Now, it's a one-day exercise, preferably off-site. It's fun, it's collaborative, and some companies bring their whole staff, and some just bring their leadership team. You know, whatever you prefer. And at the end of the day, this is a one-day workshop, so you're going to have an actionable growth plan to scale your company in just one day and you'll be able to scale to that next level and beyond. Okay, be sure to open your email tomorrow from me, and hey, if you can't wait, just click this link below and go ahead and get to the next video now.